CBS plays this news magazine style show where correspondents delve into some of the biggest news stories of the day, and has often also been known for some of its investigative stories.
Tonight, we have details of a classified U.S. intelligence mission.
What happened at 60 Minutes over the last few weeks is remarkable. Barry Weiss made a number of changes as he was experienced as its lead producer, and this was something that really frustrated and upset many people, and its most well-known correspondent, Scott Pelley, blew up and accused them of incompetence. He accused them of bias, essentially.
There's a thumb on the scale for the president's version of events that I had never seen in 37 years at CBS News.
Of course, Barry Weiss is putting her thumb on the scale. That's what she was hired to do. That's her job. This is the end point of media consolidation that's been happening for a very long time, and choices that are being made by these media companies to give up their freedom of speech.
Warner Brothers Discovery, and with it, CNN. If successful, this deal would consolidate an extraordinary concentration of news and entertainment.
There have been some reports that David Ellison's father, Larry Ellison, had promised Trump that certain people would be fired if they came to own CNN. That was from a report of The Guardian. So I think it is certainly remarkable that Trump is making this comment, but it's also not necessarily surprising.
Larry Ellison is great, and his son David is great. They're friends of mine, they're big supporters of mine. And they'll do the right thing.
And that companies who have business in front of the federal government need to show what they're going to do for Donald Trump in order to have their business go forward if it needs regulatory approval.
Trump doesn't care about being obvious and open about media bias in his favor that he has pushed, because he is in a position politically to act with impunity. This has been Donald Trump's sort of magic trick for a long time. He gets credit for being honest about bad things, even if he's the one doing the bad thing. Because everyone on some level understands we live in a corrupt society, and at least he's not trying to BS us about it.
This is a tick-the-box moment in the United States and beyond. A mercurial president is caught in a war with Iran of his own making that he is struggling to bring an end to. Midterm elections are approaching. Trump's attacks land in large part because they target media institutions that many Americans already distrust. And the US media landscape, already deepened by decades of consolidation and polarization, is now navigating an administration that treats regulatory approval as a transaction.
Larry, let's negotiate for the media.
Editorial independence as a negotiating position.
What do you think? Sounds like a good deal to me, Mr. President.
And the press as an adversary to be disciplined.
Quickly went viral, becoming the latest trigger event for an international network of far-right groups. The far-right activist Tony Robbins.
Years now, that it can bomb and shell and shoot and starve and displace Palestinians, and they will not be held accountable for it. They'll be allowed to act with impunity, both by the US and European countries who are complicit in the genocide, but also by Western media outlets that continue to grant them favorable coverage or help to frame what what's happening in Gaza as a proper ceasefire when it's anything but.
So one of the problems with this ongoing ceasefire, non-ceasefire situation is that almost any place in Gaza can credibly said to contain terror infrastructure.